Namaskar. Babu Jagjeevan Ram, a legend who rose to top in Indian politics from lower section. Babu Jagjeevan Ram, a strong man who fought for the weaker sections and untouchables. Here I am proud to present this documentary about Babuji in this centenary celebrations.
In a village known as Chanwa near Ara in Bihar, he lived the deprived life of the Dalit class. He faced suffering on the repressive rule of the British Empire. And yet, over 50 years, he was a world record parliamentarian with an uninterrupted representation in the parliament from 1936 to 1986. He was the untouchable who rose to become the first among the equals. His father's name is Shobi Ram and mother Basanti Devi. He studied the village school and passed his matriculation in the first division and joined the Banaras Hindu University, where he was awarded the Birla Scholarship. He passed in ISC and admitted in Kolkata Vidyasagar University and started his political career with Congress, impressed by Jawaharlal Nehru. In 1935, he contributed to the establishment of the All India Depressed Classes League, an organization dedicated to attaining equality for untouchables. He was also drawn into the Indian National Congress and in the early 1940s was imprisoned twice for his active participation in the Satyagraha and the Quit India movements. When popular rule was introduced in 1935, both the nationalists and the British loyalists sought him because of his first-hand knowledge of the social and economic situation in Bihar. He chose to go with the nationalists. He was elected to the Bihar Assembly in 1937. In 1946, he became the youngest minister in Jawaharlal Nehru's provisional government, and as a Labour minister, he was a part of the prestigious high-profile Indian delegation that attended the International Conference on Labour on 16 August 1947. While returning from International Labour Conference in Geneva, his plane crashed in Iraqi desert. Babuji survived to serve the nation. Later, he also held the posts of Minister for Communications, for Transport and Railways, and for Transport and Communications. In Indira Gandhi's government, he worked as Minister for Labour, Employment and Rehabilitation, Minister for Food and Agriculture. When the Congress party split in 1969, Jagjeevan Ram joined the camp led by Indira Gandhi and became the president of that faction of Congress. He worked as the Minister of Defence 1970-1974, making him the virtual number 2 in the cabinet. It was during his tenure as the Minister of Defence that the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971 was fought and Bangladesh achieved independence. In 1974-1977, served as Agriculture and Irrigation Minister when India was facing food problem. He was the Deputy Prime Minister of India when Morarji Desai was the Prime Minister from 1977 to 1979. As India's longest-serving cabinet minister, he was responsible for the Green Revolution. Over 50 years, he was a parliamentarian with uninterrupted representation in the parliament from 1936 to 1986, a world record. Babuji lived and fought his whole life for weaker sections and left his path to follow. Babuji's daughter Srimati Meena Kumar is continuing the journey from where Babuji left to fulfill the dreams of downtrodden. In the year 1986, Bapu left for heavenly abode. The place he was cremated has been turned into the Memorial Samatha Sthal, and his birth anniversary is observed as Samatha Divas. Babu Jagjeevan Ram was a freedom fighter, crusader for social justice and Deputy Prime Minister of India. As India's longest-serving cabinet minister, was an uninterrupted parliamentarian spanning half a century, and it is a world record. He was a real Ratna of Bharat.